Welcome, Minecraft fans, back to our very own world of Rivenbourne. As the chunks load or fail to load, here in our elven village, we are coming in for a landing. Let's see, where should it? Hit a tree and fall off. Here we are. We've got quite a few buildings here now, but it still looks kind of sad from the outside. So what I'm going to do this episode is build a watchtower. That should look pretty nice, and I want to build a watchtower not only here, but sort of everywhere in this forest, this whole tall birch forest. And also add some sea lanterns, do some interiors, and light this whole place up. Should look really nice. We've got the end rod for the outside, but I want sea lanterns on the inside. It should look good. And add some water features. So you can see we've got a bridge here, and that is because someday soon there will be a stream that goes under here and out to our pond over there. And maybe it comes from up here, maybe it goes under the walkway here, and maybe there's a waterfall right over there. That should look nice. And maybe there's a lake like over here, out through the big house. Yeah, maybe there's a waterway here. Maybe like an underground ice cavern or something. And so that should make it look really good from the air. It should look much more like it's been lived in, and not like these buildings were built out of Legos and just dropped here. So let's try a few things and get to work. Let's not talk about this. In here I've got a gallery of a couple of choices for lights. So we've got the first on the top and on the bottom. We've got your standard on the bottom. We've got your standard on the top. We've got this sort of rail lighting. It might look pretty good. And then we've got our corner lighting from the corner. We got corner lighting from both of these corners. And those are our choices. I like this, although it kind of crowds it a little bit, but it does look purposeful, which is kind of nice. And I like this too, for the same reason. And it's a little bit higher up. See this one? Well, you can walk under it, but still. And then this, you can't even, you don't even get close to that. But it's a little asymmetric, which I don't know about that. Could be okay. And of course, if I did it on all of them, I'd apply rotational symmetry. These ones I don't like. They're too close to the doors. They interfere with the entranceway. It doesn't look like they're meant to be there, so I don't like that. These corner lights I like. I definitely don't like this, so I'm going to get rid of this right now. But these are, classic, but they just work really well. So I don't know. So these ones dangle, and these ones don't dangle. Which ones are the best ones? These ones look like they were kind of placed there, stuck on with like glue, whereas these look like they're actually suspended, which is a good thing, except that you almost hit your head with these. Look at this, you can't even go jumping around up here. Not that the elves ever jump around, but... So, with the rail lighting down here, and put it on all the sides so it looks pretty nice, and up here, I went with the dangly ones, but the real test is how does it look from down here? I mean, from over here. It's hard to tell if it's not night. Maybe I should climb on top of a tree or something. Oh yeah, alright, that looks good. I'll bet at night it looks really good. You can kind of see the magical glowing orbs of the elves through the forest. Alright, up here in the big house, we have rail lighting. Yeah, it looks alright, and you can't hit your head, so that's nice. Well, mostly, unless you really try. And on the walkways, I went really simple with this. And this one's real low because, of course, stairs are going down, but nothing fancy at all. And I'm not sure if I want to continue that theme or see if I can fancy it up a little bit. But for now, it's alright. And in this house, we have some rails, but the only light that you need, I have right here in the corner. And on this side, another one of these cool street lamps. And in the boathouse, more rail lighting. Very fancy. This really looks like kind of a ballroom. Very cool kind of gathering spot. And of course, the river. Alright, let's look at this. I've got my bridge here with some water underneath it and some rocks. And I had to fly over to my swamp, nearby swamp, to get these lily pads because I think that will help a lot with some of the life. Do they always face the same direction? Here, let me try this. How do you get a lily pad to... There we go. I didn't want them all facing the same direction. There we go. Very nice. So let's do a little of this. There, and flowers, definitely. Throw some flowers around here, but I definitely like the lily pads. This stream has been pretty much undisturbed for a very long time. So I want the stream to come up here and then go to a waterfall sort of over here. But the problem is water flows downhill. So to make this part over here uphill from this part over here, which is going to take a lot of dirt, but I think it'll work out in the end, and I think it'll look nice. So let's just start putting all this dirt here where we want it. Alright, I got my mossy stone bricks, and I'm coming this way for a quick update. So we got some rocks here, which might help divert the water from the waterfall, which will come right down here from a bridge up there on our mountain road. Very nice little touch. And the water will fall down in this pool, which is covered in cobblestone and andesite and mossy cobblestone, and flow here over some more rocks and over some more rocks, and all this grass will be replaced with dirt. No worries there once I'm ready to actually put the water down, and it'll come here and it'll hit this little walkway, which of course will stand. It's very well made, but it will be covered in moss. And it'll continue under here. It probably won't cross any of the diorite. Get rid of all of that. And it'll go this way. As you can see, I haven't completed that. And it'll join up here, and it'll flow peacefully into the pond. After kind of a rip-roaring journey down this hill, and I think that'll really make this quite lovely to look at. And I might put some reeds here, and definitely, well, hopefully some ferns. Those are very sort of elven woodland kinda-esque. And lily pads, and I'll experiment with what kind of flora really fits in with this, because the flora in this little landscaping project is really going to make it, or make it look fake, depending on whether I choose the right things or not. And if I don't sleep, depending on whether a creeper will blow up the whole thing. Well, now this looks like a proper river with a sandy, dirty bottom, and no grass in sight, thank goodness. And all I need now are a few of these lily pads. No, I won't do. Let's see, in the lazy parts, we'll put them around here. Actually, make it real easy to cross, won't it? Yes, with flowers, when I add flowers next to this will just look great. You just wait. I'm thinking tall, what are they, lilacs? Anyway, the two tall flowers I think will do just great. We'll even put some lily pads under here, since we won't be able to swim under there anyway. Or at least that's not the plan. Yes, much nicer. Alright, cool. Yeah, now we have sort of this rushing waterway. Not the best with flowing water manipulation, I'll tell you that. And but it doesn't look too bad. I mean, Minecraft water, for one thing. You have to remember it's going to look kind of like a cartoon. And then for another thing, there's no flowing water normally generated in like river biomes and that kind of thing. So it doesn't seem to fit with the other blocks just because it's not part of the usual palette. You have to build it for it to be there. So let's get this waterfall done. Let me just climb up here and test out. Let's just see what it looks like at first stroke. It looks like we've already broken in on where we were testing our redstone in the book episode. Alright, so cover that up. Whew, that could flood a lot of places. Oh well, it's worth the risk. Let's take this out and put some water right. Yeah, let's go up higher. Let's go all the way up here and put some water right here. That's gonna go all the way down. Haha, I love it. And we'll get one more. Yes, I only have one bucket. And come back over here and repeat. And what do we get? Yes, very nice. All right, cool. There you go, waterfall. Yeah, I can work with that. Doesn't look very fantastic down here, but that's okay. It's Minecraft. The water starts churning a clear, crisp pool up here in the mountains. It flows past beautiful roses and travels under a bridge where travelers have built a road across it. It quickly plunges down a ravine and falls down a waterfall into a pool. It then continues much more slowly now, into a nice meadow where the elves have built buildings around it, and the water is slow enough that lily pads can grow. And then it goes under another bridge until it finally reaches a pond. And on the pond, you'll have to imagine a peaceful meditation gazebo. Let's see what we have here. You come out of your boathouse. Welcome to our elven city. You're coming over here and you look, oh, look at that. Might be a nice meadow this way. Let's check it out. We see some nice lilac, we see some lily pads. It's kind of a nice place. I like it, it's peaceful. You come in here, there's no furniture, nowhere to sit down, so you keep moving, and you look in, what's over there? Wow, a waterfall. How cool, these guys got their own waterfall. That's awesome. Even a bent birch tree right there. You're coming across and you're like, oh yeah, I wonder if that waterfall's around here. Oh, yep, there it is. Look at that, right under here, it just goes right there. And it goes off. And look, somebody used this to take a picture of the city at some point. And it just goes down there and you're like, you know what, that looks like a real nice place. I'm gonna go back. Now on to our next project here in the Nether Hub, which is turning this pathway, which leads to our super awesome Guardian farm, into something awesome, using ice for transportation and prismarine for decoration, with lots of extras over here. Let's see what we come up with. We're gonna need first some kind of a entranceway, which I think will be prismarine slabs probably. Let's do that with the sea lantern in the middle, just for some fun little flooring to begin with. And then our ice road will start here. We'll need glass on the sides for walls, and we'll need some kind of awesome wall design. Alright, well, this would be typical, although if I'm going to have glass right into it, maybe I'll want to start with some blocks. Let's try something like this. Followed by something like this, actually. Yeah, it could work well. And maybe even something like this. Kind of like that. And how about something like that. What is 1, 2, 3, 4 in between here? So no center. Kind of a 6-block pattern. I might make that 7 so that it at least has a block center. And alright, it's getting to be too plain and flat. I'll have to work out something else. So over on the left, we have the typical design that I would come up with. Stairs and recessed lights, very interesting, and just a simple variation between the prismarine and the prismarine bricks. But over on the left, we have kind of a new concept, which I think I'm gonna take and run with. I like the prismarine bricks here. It's gonna be expensive, as stairs are ridiculously expensive as far as resources, but and behind here I'll have the prismarine, and then sea lanterns I'll probably stick in here, and then again at the bottom. In fact, let me just see what that would look like. Let's throw one here and one, throw this back over on that side, and just continue on in that way. I like that. I wonder if, here, let's see what this would look like. Oh yeah, that does that. That's no good. Well, let's replicate this a few times and see how it looks. Oh dang, looking super fancy. Before I take this too far though, I'm going to have to work on the floor here, because of course the plan is to ice it up and also make it look nice at the same time. So to do that, we're going to use stairs, which I suppose will be prismarine stairs, since they're cheaper and they kind of look, worse. And it's not supposed to be super fancy down there. So let's do a little of this just as a test run, get some ice. Probably start it right there. And oh, I'm already sliding all over the place. And some slabs there, like that. Kind of like that. And on a boat, of course, it'll make that jump. And let's get that glass. I'm thinking, my first thought was white stained glass will look good here. So I'm hoping that that's going to work, because white stained glass is not too hard to make. I don't have to go mining for lapis for hours or anything until 1.14 comes out and we can get those lilies of the flower. What are they called? Lilies of the valley? But the meadow, anyway, the blue one. Cornflower. That's the one, cornflowers. So I just have to come up with a roof and we'll be in business. Alright, so this is what I worked out. Got kind of an entranceway and then this repeating pattern until the next time this crossbeam gets here. And up here, we need something contrasty, because right now it's a world of turquoise, and that's no good. And on the bottom, we have this nice blue, light blue ice, and so on the top, we need something kind of light blue. So let's go see what we have in our storage. Alright, purple, although it's the color I'm going for, I do like the purple as a contrast to the blue and any other color in here. It just doesn't fit. It doesn't look right next to prismarine. So I'm gonna dig this out and I'm gonna try purple or blue wool instead. So I'll come back with that. How does magenta wool look? All in all, not too bad. I can't use pink wool because of course that'll be for the pathway to the Elven City. But I don't see any reason why this won't work in the long term. And maybe I want to change it up every, 100 of these. I'll switch to some other color, and that's how I know that I'm getting close to the farm, because it is a long ways away. Yeah, I like that idea. Alright, onward. Now, I think the smartest idea by far is to do the floor last at the very end. I'm going to pop in some ice and take this thing for a test drive. And if this is successful, then I'll just repeat this all the way down. And as you can see, I am sort of undecided between the purple and the magenta. And I like both of them, so maybe we'll keep it with both of those choices here. Well, let's slap down a boat and take it for a spin. There we go. Okay, not epic speeds yet, but you can see where it's going, huh? Yes, that is the plan. And here, let's turn this thing around. Try it the other way. Perfect. I love it. All right. This will make getting to and from the Guardian Farm so much easier. And that will be a welcome relief. Well, thanks for watching this episode. We're going to have to end it right there because I think we're probably out of time. Unfortunately, didn't get to the watchtower. That was going to go right here. But before I close, I want to tell you a little bit about what's going on in this city. We've got, of course, a watchtower here, which I also want to put other places in this forest, and I mean like far away. And then we've got the hidden room in the library, in the ancient library there. And up here, I finally did some thinking, thought about what I wanted to put up here. And we're going to make it, on top of this, like a huge castle for, you know, kind of a tower. Like an eccentric wizard's tower. And I'll describe more in the grand lore reveal, but we've got the whole storyline figured out. The reason for the secret room, the reason for the tower, and the watchtowers, and even the boathouse. And that's what's coming up. And of course, the pond gazebo will get thrown in there, as well as some other outdoor features here. But if you enjoyed this, please leave a like and tell me how I can make it better, what you want to see coming from this world. And not too many episodes left, probably, in our Elven Village, and certainly we can work on other parts of the world. In the meantime, I'm thinking the tower castle is going to be pretty huge, but all that's coming in the next episode. So you see you then, and I'll see you next time here in our very own world of Rivenbourne.